All right, so I am um, changing plans. I'm going to reschedule my webinar that was meant for today due to some unexpected precipitation. If you are, I'm quite sure this is everywhere in the United States, but this is not rain. It's not rain. It's a chemical that's being dropped as rain, simulating rain to induce symptoms that are similar to COVID, depending on if you had it or not. But I'm specifically speaking about the animals here. They're being impacted differently. Angel is scratching. Um, Basically, initially I noticed this residue on each of these plants, and this happened over a 2 week period of time. And anytime I touch something, it tells me what it is, but I didn't understand the magnitude of this until recently. But um, especially with the full moon energy. But so that had been going on, and I just thought it was allergies. But then I noticed the same thing with me, and it was minor. It was irritable, but it was minor. But hers was major. But yesterday I was speaking with a squirrel, and she had a patch of fur out of her um, back, and I thought because she had got into a little tiff with her partner, I thought he did it, because I was honestly, I was not relaxed. My mind was not relaxed because yesterday it did rain. I was out in the rain, but previous to this little mist happened, and I noticed myself just getting really congested. Like I couldn't breathe. But at night, I spent the whole night on this chair, and on and off it was misting, right? And I was getting hot. Like I had COVID, but when I had the shot, it made me hot. I never had a fever the first time, but when I got the shot, I had a fever, and it was making me feel like I was burning from the inside out. Well, that's exactly what happened. I had to get out. I wouldn't normally just. I had to get out. That was, usually I'm around animals all the time. It was a spider, a mouse, and a centipede, and that I was like, I got to get out of here, and I was just, you know, ready to throw it all away. But I stayed all night, right? All night into the morning. Woke up this morning on the agenda. The moon, it was so transformative. That energy really is something that I need on a regular basis to function. So, it was helpful. But all throughout the night, like I'm blowing my nose, my eyes are itching, burning, my skin's burning, like inside out, I'm burning. And I could not figure out what was going on. I covered my mouth. I couldn't breathe um, during this time. So then I, was supposed to start the webinar at 9, and I could barely even talk. Like I had all this junk, and like it was making me drain my own energy. You know, because I, thought, well, what am I supposed to do? And then I didn't realize how all the animals are impacted. I was asking the squirrels, I was asking the dogs, I was asking people, but it was the birds and the flies that told me the remedy, but it's also the trees, it's everything. It's, my computer, I play sound therapy for them out. And I leave my computer out all the time, and there's sticky film on it. My video recording, shows 405. It cleans it off, but what cleans it off from inside of you or your devices or the animals? It's temporarily, an irritant that's supposed to cause disorganization. And, it's like when it's an individual, it's like nothing minor. You just put it past. But when you cultivate a whole place like this, like where everyone has symptoms, right? And I couldn't figure out why is everybody all around me and they're really talking, and I'm so irritable. I can't even hear them. Like I don't kill animals, but I'm telling you, a few died behind this. So this is how I know this. But that's that's the point to get you off your agenda to know the truth is far more powerful than to be afraid of something that may or may not be something. It's a simple remedy. um which I'm doing this for the animal kingdom first, because I obviously, once I acknowledged it and like backtracked and understood, okay, all of them were trying to tell me their symptoms at the same time. So it was like really intense, and then I was having them. The physical manifestation is the last thing to occur, but it occurs in the mental and emotional body first. But before anything, your energy goes before you. So like this was way before the 2 weeks, But if you just understand, like, pause. It's not life threatening. Dandelion root tea with a little bit of spring water, some coconut oil, cold pressed, and fresh lavender. Mix that all up in lukewarm water or room temperature. It will balance everything out. I promise you. For your animals, for everybody else, strain it if you're going to be drinking it, or your animals, if they're indoor animals, I guess I should say. But your lawn, your plants, you can do this as fertilizer. I promise you, everything will start to grow. Put it in a spray bottle, mist your stuff, or wipe down your kitchen counter, all that. Your whole house will start feeling better. Because this is terrible. So you don't barely want to get up. And that's the thing, is like I wanted to do that outside. And then it started raining, misting. And then I touched it and it's not rain. I faithfully use rainwater to bathe, to do a whole bunch of things. This is not rainwater. Everything I touch goes back to the very beginning. This is a chemical. Chemical that is being misted from the air, much like mosquito deep or raid or whatever, that's what this is. However, in concentrated doses, it does have a lot of allergic reactions to a lot of life that's underground, above us, throws everybody's equilibrium off. Not just birds or plants or crops or people. So that's the whole point of sharing this. Whether you do it, believe it, whatever the case is. But I know by just recording this, I feel better. Not well enough to do the hour-long, Zoom meeting, but that can be rescheduled. This is important because I did ignore them for 2 days, and this is, but obviously I was well enough after the moonlight to hear them, to understand where they told me to go, to get what they need so that they can be, at their greatest capacity to do their jobs so we can do ours. It's a thing.